We are going to talk property management today with Adam from Domain Property Management. We're residential real estate brokers. We deal with a lot of condo buyers, some 3-6 unit kind of property owners. Do they need a property manager, and what's the profile of someone that does need a property management company?
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on the podcast, by the way, or the recording. I feel like a lot of people don't realize they need a property manager until something horrible happens. And there's a short story today. I had an owner who called me, and they're out of state for a funeral, and they have water pouring into their second floor unit of their 3-flat.
Yep.
And they don't know what to do because they're not in state, and they have no one to turn to.
Even if they are here, they don't know what to do.
Right.
They're like, holy shit. So you
Exactly.
have all the staff and the people to mobilize to start mitigating that problem and get them to the end game, which
Right.
is clean, back in business, renting the unit, and keeping people in a
Right.
habitable situation.
And I would also add that property managers generally, and certainly we do, have a very advanced screening process when finding the tenant to begin with to ensure that we don't get into problems. Unfortunately, in Chicagoland, we have a lot of
We all have those
ordinances.
hoops to jump through. But let's go.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. So if I'm a real estate broker and I'm referring you one of my clients that I continually rent their unit in their 3-unit building, but they want a management company, I'm like, let's use Adam. Will you respect that relationship and not step on our toes? And you'll have a note in there that doesn't market to them to re-rent. Bullshit. Okay, I'm calling you on that.
No.
I hope so, because that's one of the things where we as brokers that don't run a management company, by design, we want to partner with someone like you. So
course.
you have that.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, we pay referrals to brokers. Most of our leads, believe it or not, are from real estate
I
brokers.
bet they are.
And in our system, we have it noted that this came from this person, and
The
we
rental
actually
goes back to them?
hand it back. If they,
Love that.
If they indicate they want to sell, here you go.
What's the cost structure for like a condo that's renting for $3,000 a month? What's someone expected to pay?
So for property management by itself, there's a few different fees. We do a percentage model, and typically that's between 5 and 7%.
Okay.
It depends on the unit and some other factors. The only other thing that we'd be paying for is to lease the unit. We can lease the unit. Some of our agents want to stay close to it. They decide they want to lease it themselves, which is fine by me. We charge for any maintenance that's done on the property, which we can't handle ourselves or sub out to another vendor. And then
So
we
the
charge for
management
a
fee
lease
is
renewal.
just to like be engaged with you. That 5%,
Correct.
7% is like
Be on
you're just
call,
anything that
collect
someone
rent.
calls, you're basically have your people on staff, not staff, but relationships with HVAC plumbers that you like and probably get a good price on because you do so much volume with them, and you mobilize them, you get them in the door. Do you have a person from your company that opens the door, or do you have a lockbox?
We do have people on staff that can go out there, even do some maintenance. We actually have a maintenance guy too that can do minor things
Oh,
to
that's
save
kind of
money.
cool.
Yeah.
What is a day-to-day task of a management company if the property's running smoothly? Is it nothing?
Well, we're problem solvers, and the problems all arrive in our email, on our phone. That's what we do all day long, is solve problems. And
What's the most common problem you guys see from a 3-unit building in Chicago?
maintenance? This time of year is being recorded at the end of January, so it's very cold, and we had a lot of pipes freeze, and now they're thawing, and plumbing issues, appliances, and HVAC. Those are the common.
The catastrophes are probably the small percentage. It's more maintenance, like deferred maintenance, little random things breaking.
Right.
Okay. But still, the owner doesn't have to go there and mobilize and deal with that nonsense.
Exactly.
I like it. What's the number one thing that sets you guys apart from other management companies?
I would say that one thing, we are very selective on the owners that we partner with and the properties that we decide to manage. We deal with a higher end portfolio. We specialize more in small multifamily and single unit properties as opposed to large apartment buildings.
What's large to you?
I mean, like 100 units, 50 units. We usually, all of our properties right now are 30 units or less that we manage.
I like it.
Yeah, and actually 60% are single families and condos, townhomes, properties like that.
Interesting. So you would be a good match for residential real estate brokers looking for a partner in the property management world. He'd respect your relationship. You'd still get the rentals. It's a cool business. I manage my rentals myself, but there's been times where I'm like, sheesh, if I'm not in town, this could go sideways. So
Right.
I appreciate your time, Adam. Thanks for coming in and educating us a little bit.
Of course.